Hey, it's AJ here for Techsplained, and in this video we're going to be talking about file storage. What are the different types? What is the most secure? And what is the most suitable for your business? So, let's get started. So, there are four primary different types of file storage: local storage, portable or external storage, network storage, and cloud storage. But what do these mean? And what are the different advantages and disadvantages of each of these storage types? And how secure are they? This is what we're going to have a look at in a little bit more detail. So let's start with local storage. Local storage is anything stored only on your device. This could be the storage inside of your desktop, laptop, tablet, or even your mobile phone. Any files that are only stored on your device's internal storage or hard drive are classified as local files. We have a whole video coming soon about the different types of hard drives, including SSDs, hard disk drives, and even NVMe storage, so keep an eye out for that on our channel. But what are the advantages of local file storage? Well, local files are easy to be able to access on the device that you're using, and they can be opened easily or quickly. However, this can depend on the power of your machine, the type of internal drives that you're using in that machine, and also the type and size of those files that you're opening. But this advantage is also a disadvantage. If something was to happen to your device, and you have no backup of these files in any other location, then all of your files are lost. We made a whole video about backing up your data, and why using local storage is risky if anything were to happen to your device. We'll link that video down in the description. So what other methods of storage are available to be able to overcome this? Let's start by looking at portable and external storage. USB drives and memory cards can come in a wide variety of sizes and forms, and are very portable, allowing you to place your files on them and take them wherever you want. I'm always carrying around at least one of these types of storage. I keep two USB memory sticks in my laptop bag at all times, and I usually keep a couple of memory cards in my wallet. These types of storage vary in size and transfer speeds. You can get storage from only a few gigabytes to a terabyte or even more. However, a 1 terabyte micro SD card will set you back a few £100s. But what about external hard drives? Non-powered external hard drives are usually larger in form than a USB drive, but are often just as portable, and can often store much more data on them. Speeds can vary by hard drive type and connection type, with USB-C or Thunderbolt SSDs, such as this drive from Samsung, being amongst the fastest. Drives like this draw power directly from the computer that they are connected to. Powered external hard drives are usually those which you keep on your desk to store your files or backup of your primary computer. Powered hard drives are usually capable of much larger file storage capabilities, with many offering tens of terabytes of data. Again, these can vary by speed and connection type, with USB-C or Thunderbolt SSDs being amongst the fastest, and they are also the most expensive external hard drive solutions. However, USB 3 standard hard drives will usually be suitable for the majority of users, unless they are required for a specific purpose, such as editing large files directly from an external location, such as when I'm editing these videos. There are also many other external hard drive types to suit many different needs, such as this wireless battery-powered backup drive from Western Digital, which allows you to connect to your laptop, whilst also offering an SD card reader to automatically back up your camera SD card. I use this when I'm out taking photos to ensure that I have a backup of all of my images, as the last thing I want is to get an absolutely magical photo and then lose or accidentally delete the file. With this backup drive, I always have a copy before I leave my shooting location. But what about data security? So with any of these, you have a method to be able to store, copy, or back up your files. But are these secure? Well, in many cases, straight out of the box, no. Meaning that a USB drive or a hard drive on your desk, or left on a train or bus, can be placed into any computer and these files can be accessed. Because these methods allow you to easily copy your files without a security step beforehand, this also means that they are just as easily read. But how can we overcome this? Some external hard drives, such as this SSD from Samsung, offer extra security measures built into the drive itself, such as password encryption, or in this case, a fingerprint reader as standard. On drives that don't ship with this security software on them, there are some software methods of encryption to allow you to be able to create a password for your portable drives, such as Microsoft BitLocker, or suppliers such as SanDisk, Western Digital, and so on, We'll also offer software downloads for drive encryption. Just remember though, that if this is the only place your files are stored, if they're lost, they're lost. By speaking to one of our consultants, we can recommend a storage method, source them, and help you secure these drives to protect your business data. We can also recommend a data backup solution so that you never lose these files, even if the worst does happen. But how else can we store your data externally and securely whilst also making it accessible? So let's take a look at network storage. Like the other storage methods which we've discussed so far, there are a few different types of network storage that work slightly differently, but will all operate very similar. One of the methods that most users will be familiar with will be server or NAS folder sharing, where a folder is shared from a specific network storage device. However, you can also share folders directly from another machine on the same network. So let's have a look at network folder sharing in a little bit more detail. So network folder sharing can be done from any computer or networked drive on your network. This doesn't really classify it as network storage, rather just a folder shared on your network. For example, I have a home PC with a 5 TB internal storage drive, and I have a shared folder on that drive that I share out to all the computers on my network. However, many people may not be familiar with the differences of these, and the potential risks that they may face. The folder itself will exist as local storage on the machine that it's shared from, and the user of that machine will be in control of the data and how secure and safe it is. The problem with this, however, is twofold. One, it requires the machine to be turned on at all times, to be able to access that data from other machines. And two, as this is local storage on that one machine, it also presents the same issues as local storage on any other machine. If there's no backup of this data, it will be lost if the machine experiences a major fault. However, the majority of businesses will instead opt for a server or NAS storage in a RAID array, so as to add a level of security and redundancy to their data. So let's have a look at server and NAS storage in a little bit more detail. A NAS, or network attached storage, is often stored in a place of business, or your home depending on the use. These are then secured with user accounts so that only specific users with the correct username and password can access all or some of these files. In a business environment, such as, well, here, this is often linked to the directory of users, where the business's IT team will be able to assign access to these folders for those who require them, or may even automatically assign these to users via a group policy. Here at Wantacall, we supply and configure these NAS units to a wide variety of businesses, for an even wider variety of users. These files and folders can then be accessed from computers, laptops, tablets, and even mobile phones from the location which the NAS is located, for any of the authorized users. Authorized users may also be able to access these files remotely by means of a VPN or virtual private network, a connection that connects your device to the network which the NAS is located. So, seems pretty safe and secure, right? Well, yes, it can be secure, as only people with authorized access to the network or VPN to the network and with user credentials on the network can access data they've been assigned access to. However, data safety and redundancy depends on the NAS configuration. There are multiple different versions of RAID. Most NASs will come in what's called RAID 0 by default, meaning there is a single version of each file on the hard drive or hard drives of the NAS. However, if one or more of those drives develops a fault, then all of the data on the NAS could be lost. NASs configured in RAID 1 create an exact duplicate of every file on the NAS on mirrored drives, meaning that an 8 TB NAS will have 4 TB of storage mirrored. If one drive fails, then there will be a secure copy of your files on the mirrored drives. RAID 5 and 6 are most commonly used in business environments. In this case, file data is divided across 3 or more drives. In RAID 5, if one drive fails or develops an issue, then the data is recreated from bits on the other drives, allowing for a disk to fail without the data being completely lost. RAID 6 works much in the same way as RAID 5, however it allows for up to 2 disks to fail without your data being compromised. So, if your business or home NAS is configured in at least RAID 1 or higher, then you have the peace of mind knowing that there will be a backup or recoverable version of your data on the same device if a disk fails. This isn't unique to NASs though, as many business servers are usually configured in a RAID configuration for added data retention and reliability. So what are the disadvantages? Well, depending on the amount of storage or RAID which you require, network storage can actually be quite costly. If you're looking into a server or NAS, our consultants can go through your requirements with you and recommend a solution that suits your needs. But what about data that's stored where you can't see it? Up in the cloud. Cloud storage is available from many different providers, with many different features and capacities. But why should you consider cloud storage as an option? Well, cloud storage combines many of the different features that we've spoken about in this video. It stores a secure online version of all your files. Not only this, but data stored in the cloud is held in massive data centers with multiple levels of redundancy and their own backups. Some cloud storage providers also provide a service called version control, meaning that you can go back to any saved version of your file and restore it, or even recover it completely if it's been mistakenly deleted. However, cloud storage is only as secure as the complexity of the login details that you use to log into them with. And by securing your accounts with two-factor authentication, you can ensure that only you can authorize access into these accounts, even if someone else has your login details. We have a whole video about two-factor authentication, which I'll link down in the description. Cloud storage is also very portable, as many providers supply tablet and mobile apps, where you can view or even download the files onto your device, or even view them through a web browser. The only limitation of cloud storage is your storage plan limit, but these can be upgraded as you need more storage. So, what are the disadvantages? Well, if you know you're not going to have internet connection where you may need to access these files, you may need to plan to download a local version of these files in advance. But just remember, whilst you're not connected to the internet, your files will not update when they're saved. You may need to plan to have mobile data access or Wi-Fi access where you're going. You may also have to consider the ongoing monthly or annual cost involved in the storage that you require. The cost of cloud storage can often be low by comparison to network storage when compared over a short period of time. However, the price over much longer periods will depend on your business requirements and if the service best suits your business's needs. The other thing to remember is that cloud storage, even though they have their own redundancy systems, is not a replacement for a backup. If you use cloud storage as your primary form of storage, it's always good to think about it in a similar way to local storage, and it's always best practice to have another copy of your data backed up somewhere else. Here at Call though, we have a solution for this, and this is cloud to cloud backup. If you want to ensure that you always have another copy of your files stored as a backup, then reach out to one of our consultants to be able to find out more. And also be sure to check out the video that we have linked in the description about the 3-2-1 backup method. So, how do you choose the right storage solution for your business? Well, from the information that we've provided you in this video, you may already know the storage type that will best suit your business's needs. But also remember that just because you use one of these storage methods, doesn't mean that you can't utilize another as a backup solution. Remember that we always recommend that everyone uses the 3-2-1 backup method. Everyone's requirements are different, and what we recommend for one business or person may be completely different to what we recommend for yourselves. What we do recommend, however, is that you get in touch with our in-house consultants to find the best solution to suit your needs. Our consultants can go through your current setup, your requirements, and recommend the right solution to fit your business. And talking with them doesn't cost you a penny. We hope that you found this information useful. If you have, please hit the like button and consider sharing this video with your friends, family and colleagues. Also, subscribe and hit the bell icon to be notified about future videos, such as more of our Techsplained videos and our shorter Tech Bites videos. Until then though, see you soon!